everyone, welcome back to my channel. I thought I would just do a bit of an update or a chat with you guys today. I haven't done one of those for a while and I don't want to say loads has happened, but there's definitely plenty to update you on with the kids and just update you on a few things because I'm sure you're all on the edge of your seats wondering what I've been up to. Oh, that's really hot. So I feel, and let me know if you feel the same way because I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I feel like when it gets to this time of year, things just get a little bit unorganized. I always start the year in January with all the best intentions and I'm really organized and sort myself out and everything runs really smoothly. Then in September, when the new school year starts back, I get a similar enthusiasm for being organized and sorting my life out. But when it gets to this sort of tail end of the term, summer's coming, everything's going to slow down a little bit, I just kind of lose my momentum. Every year it happens, so I don't know why I'm ever surprised, but I just kind of lose my way a little bit and I get a bit slack is probably the best way to describe it with our routines and our just general life. I think because things have slowed down, the kids have done their exams, they're not having so much homework, the term's coming to an end, people go on holiday. I don't know, it's weird. I just kind of feel a bit out of sorts and yeah, I don't like it. Other than that, everything is really good. I feel like everyone's in a really positive, happy place at the moment. The kids are looking forward to summer. Dan is working really hard at the moment. He's trying to fit in so much. Basically, he's working on a house that we will be moving into. We don't own the house. It is somebody that he works with who owns the house, but Dan is employed to renovate it. Dan fell in love with this house years ago before he even knew who owned it. It was basically a wreck. It's a cottage and it's around the corner from where we are now. And he has always loved it, thought it was a beautiful property, always wanted to find out who owned it and see if he could, well, he didn't even think it was a possibility that he'd be able to renovate it. But long story short, over the years, he has begun working with the person who owns the property and is now doing it up. And we are fortunate enough to be able to live in that property. This is a really long-winded story. If you're not interested, I do apologize. But he is in the process of doing that now and it's not far from completion. It's been a massive, massive job. It's a listed property. So obviously there's the complications that go with that and the challenges that go with that. So it has been a long-term labor of love, but he's loved working on it and it's, as I said, coming to a close and we will be able to move there as a family hopefully in the next few months. So that is our plan with that. We love living here. Again, this property is owned by the same person, so it's all kind of connected to Dan's job and through Dan's work. So it's been fabulous living here. We sold our house that we were in previously not far off this time last year, and we're looking to invest that money into a property which we will rent out. And living here has been great. It's a much bigger house, there's a much bigger garden, there's plenty of space for the kids to play, and for us all, a family of 6, obviously there's a lot of us, so we need a lot of space. So it's been lovely living here. But yeah, we're looking forward to the new place. On the subject of the house that we will be moving into, would you guys be interested in house tours and renovation videos and things like that? Obviously, it's still very much at the plastering and wiring and all that kind of stuff, the behind the scenes stuff at the moment, which perhaps isn't that interesting. But when we come to putting in the kitchen and the bathroom and choosing tiles and actually decorating it and obviously then moving in, is that something you'd like to see? Let me know in the comments if you would. I love watching that kind of thing, so I'm sure some of you do as well. So again, let me know and I would be happy to do that. So that's kind of the biggest thing that we'll be doing this year, is moving house again. And what I'm really looking forward to, aside from living in that house, is the opportunity to have another purge of stuff. Because when we moved from our old house to here, I had a massive declutter, got rid of so many things, sorted out the kids' toys, old clothes, kitchen stuff, things that we just didn't use, the loft, the garage, all those areas that tend to accumulate a lot of stuff. We had the opportunity to sort all that out, but we have still, even after all of that, we still have a lot of things I feel like we can get rid of. We've just still got cupboards full of stuff that has been in the cupboard since we moved here last year. So clearly it's not needed or used or wanted. So it's things that I can have a good sort through and part ways with. So that's my plan. I'm gonna work through each room one by one and just try and get rid of a few bags worth of things, donate to charity, and throw out broken stuff. I don't want to be moving anything from this house to the new one again that is going to sit in a cupboard. So that's my plan. And again, I can film that as well if that's something you guys would like to see. The other big thing we have coming up this year is our holiday. We were supposed to be going in May, but we had to postpone it to October, which has actually worked out for the best. Dan has been so busy with work. He works weekends, he's working evenings, he's up to here. We don't see a lot of him at the moment, so I'm looking forward to, once the house is finished, he's planning to take some time off, and obviously we're going on holiday and just slow down a little bit. It would be nice to spend some time with him. But the holiday is to Florida. We're going to Disney and Universal with obviously the whole family plus my mum, which will be lovely. I can't wait to, I haven't been on holiday with my mum for a long time. I think, yeah, it must have been our wedding. We got married in New York, and obviously my parents were at my wedding. So that was the last time I've been abroad with my mum. So it'll be fab to go away with her, spend 2 weeks with her as well. So that's coming up now in October. And when we had to postpone that, that felt like so far into the future, but actually we're nearly in July, which is just crazy. So that will be upon us before we know it. And I'm hoping to do some Disney content in the run up to the holiday. I love watching Disney videos, and I'm well aware that perhaps not all of you will be interested in that, but for those of you that are, I just love it, and I love the planning stages almost as much as the holiday itself. So I'll share a little bit of that closer to the time as well. So yeah, that's another exciting thing we've got coming up. But before that, Merrin is due to start high school in September, which I felt really emotional about Dylan starting his high school last September. I don't know, Merrin just feels, because she's my second, she just feels younger. I don't know why, but she feels younger starting high school than Dylan did. I don't know what that's about, it's kind of weird, but she's so ready, she's so excited, she's just ready to go, she's ready to move on from primary school. It is really emotional to see her leave her primary school. It's such a lovely school and she adores it there, and she's just grown so much in the last year or so. She's just really found her confidence. She's such a clever girl, and she's really finding what she's passionate about and what she believes in and is interested in, and I just can't wait to watch her and how she develops as she enters a new chapter. I think it's so exciting. Dylan is now coming to the end of his first year of senior school, and he has loved every minute of it. I'm so proud of him. He was so nervous starting secondary school. I made some videos about it last year, talking about my, not fears, but worries, I suppose, and my feelings about him starting this new stage of his life and his concerns and what was on his mind. But all of that just seems to have gone away. He just jumped into it feet first, and it really helped that he got his part in the school show, which he threw himself into, and it was just the best thing for him. He made so many friends in his year and older kids who would say hi to him, which just developed his confidence and his sense of belonging within the school. I think it was the best thing that could have happened for him. He's just loved every second of it. So he will be going on to year 8, which is mad. He's just finished all of his exams last week, and the results are starting to come back now this week, and he's done really well. I'm really proud of him. Aiden is doing so well at school. He's such a hard worker. He really tries his best always. He wants to do his best. He wants to learn. At the moment, the big thing for Aiden is karate. He's so into it. He loves every second of it. He goes usually twice a week, if we can get there twice a week, and he never wants to miss it. He's had, I think, 4 gradings. Is it 3 or 4? I think 4. He's on his orange and white belt now, so he's had, yeah, this is his 4th belt. And he's determined he's gonna be a black belt one day, and he's gonna train as hard as he can to get there, and it's really cute. He comes home and practices his stretches and his kicks and his punches and stuff on his pads, and he really, really enjoys it. I'm really thrilled for him that he's found something that he loves, because none of the others have done karate, so he's not following in anyone's footsteps. He's found something that he loves that's just his. Marnie, like Aiden, is full of energy at the moment, and I feel like I need to up her activity levels. I think her sleep is improving, but only because I've just given up on trying to get her to sleep in her cot overnight and sleep through. If I put her in a cot, she will always wake up and come into our bed at around midnight, maybe 1 o'clock, never much later than that, and I've just kind of given up. If she sleeps in our bed with us, she sleeps through the night and doesn't wake up at all. So it's not ideal by any stretch of the imagination, for obvious reasons. We've co-slept with all of them at some point or another in their toddler years, because they would all end up coming into our bed. But with Marnie, she just doesn't seem happy in her cot at all. Aiden would, he would happily go off to sleep, and Merrin in their own cot, and then they would usually wake up most nights to come into our bed. It wasn't every night. Marnie, it's like a trigger, something just wakes her up and she won't settle unless she's with me. So I've kind of, for want of a full night's sleep, I've just kind of given in at the moment. I'll probably live to regret that as time goes on, because it'll be really difficult to get her to sleep anywhere other than our bed. But for now, she will sleep through if she's next to me, so that's what we're doing. But in the day, her naps, she still naps every day for about an hour and a half. I have to be really careful that it's not too late in the day, or bedtime is a disaster and she won't go to sleep until like 9:30. So it has to be roughly 11 o'clock for her nap. Maybe she's coming to the end of needing naps, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna kind of play that by ear for the next couple of months. She's not quite 2 yet. In fact, she turns 2 at the end of this week, which I haven't really thought about. It's just really snuck up on me, to the point where I don't even have all of her presents yet. So that's how unorganized I am. But she's, other than all of that, the sleep thing, she's doing really well. But what I was gonna say, and I've just rambled on in a big circle, is that I feel like I need to up her activity levels. I feel like on the days where we just potter around the house, she just doesn't get very tired, which you can understand. She needs to be moving around. She loves playing outside. That's her favorite thing. And luckily we've got a big garden, so if it would just stop blinking raining, she could play in the garden for most of the day and she'd love that. We've also discovered a gymnastics session that is near to us, where they put all the equipment out and it's just like a free play. The little ones can go and climb on all the soft play, bounce on the trampoline, climb on things and through things. She adores it. It's her favorite thing to do. She asks to go there every day. I'm gonna take her this afternoon. So that's something she really enjoys. It's kind of like tumble tots, which I did with Dylan when he was Marnie's age. But yeah, you can just pay as you go kind of thing. So that's great. What else does Marnie like to do? She's still quite fussy with food at the moment. She's not eating brilliantly, but then certain things she'll eat really well. Like if I put a cottage pie in front of her, she'll demolish a giant portion. But if I try and fob her off with mac and cheese because I'm feeling lazy, she'll just throw it all on the floor. As I've said before, she doesn't like pasta. I don't know where that comes from. I love pasta, so, and all my other kids love pasta, but she doesn't. She quite likes a roast dinner. She'll eat the meat and the potatoes. She's still rejecting anything green or orange or brightly coloured. That goes on the floor. She doesn't like milk. She won't drink milk. So I'm just trying to make sure I get that calcium into her through. She loves cheese, so that's a big help, and yogurt. So her diet is okay. She's still team beige for the most part, but we're getting there. It's improving. I think she was teething a lot for a long time and didn't really fancy a lot. And I think she's kind of coming out of that phase now, so that's great. Her speech is amazing. All of a sudden, she's just flown. She can say so much. She can count to almost to 20. She kind of gets to 13 and then everything sounds the same. And then she says 20, yay! So she's getting there with all kinds of aspects now. She sings all day long. She loves nothing more than to sing at the top of her voice, all nursery rhymes and things, which is adorable. I'm aware I'm running out of time now because Marnie's been asleep for over an hour, and I was intending to edit this while she slept, but clearly I've rambled on for far too long and now I've run out of time. So I hope you've enjoyed this anyway. I'm aware it's quite random, an update, but it's just nice sometimes to sit down and tell you guys a little bit about me. I'd love to hear what you guys have been up to, what's coming up for you and your family that you're excited about, or that big news that you have to share. Let me know in the comments. I always like to hear from you guys. Also, let me know about the house updates and the renovation stuff, if you would like to see that in the run up to us moving into that house, and the Disney things as well. Is that something you'd be interested in? I love watching it, but I'm aware it's not everybody's cup of tea, so let me know what you think. Any other videos you'd like to see from me, or you would like me to consider filming, then also let me know those in the comments below. I'm trying to organize my life and sort myself out, so any suggestions would be gratefully received. Thank you so much for watching. If you stuck with this till the end, you are an absolute legend, so thank you. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up as well if you enjoyed it, and if you are not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you stick around. That would be fab. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.